So I understand how it will work. Like this year, there'll be 10 test plots of people that maybe they've done some gardening, but right now they're not, like myself. Then the volunteers will help do the tilling, and you're going to use MUD's resources, Missoula Urban Demonstration Projects, another story, but they also offer tools and a whole bunch of classes, you know, on homemaking, gardening, and related issues to home maintaining and so on. April 27th is the big day. 26th is a big day.
Sunday, yep.
For the breaking of the soil. And MUD is getting the sod remover too, so for people that like myself that have a plot that's got grass grown over it over the years, it's going to help remove the sod.
Yeah, exactly. And MUD, for those of you that don't know, is a great local organization that's been working for a great number of years to basically connect people to tools and workshops. And they're just a fantastic nonprofit here. You know, it's basically like $40 a membership, and it's a sliding scale. So if you're lower
for the
income,
tool library.
Yeah.
I think they have a truck share. If people need a pickup truck, they can share in that. And I want to make sure to put up the email. If people are interested in volunteering and learning more about 1,000 New Gardens, I've written it down somewhere, and Philip's going to put it on the screen. Oh, I have it here, in case you can't see it at home.
gmail.com.
1,000 is the number. See, I do this because I don't know. Sometimes people can't see it. They have small TV sets, bad eyesight, or you know, wanky reception. 1,000 New Gardens is like all little letters at the letter G, mail.com. So people could email there, and somebody in the group will get back to them like.
Correct.
And somebody was brave. No, Max was brave. He was putting his phone number. I don't think. Oh, we do have it up. It's 214 664 if you want to connect with the group and you want to call. What else should we tell people about it? Well, the plan, the 5-year plan is that, so really you have this ambition. I don't know how many households there are in Missoula. I think the latest census said there were like 68,000 people. Let's say there's 3 in a household, why not? That's 20,000 households on average. So you want to get at 1/20th of them in the next 5 years. And the idea is to take these areas that people are using as yard, that they've got this green stuff, they may fertilize it, they may water it, they wait for it to grow, and then they hack it off. And then they might sit on it now and then. So you're saying we want to activate that space, and you want to do it 1,000 times.
Well, yeah, we want to turn unproductive grass that you may spend a lot of money on water, fertilizer, repairing your lawnmower, gassing it up, and replace it with productive soil. We'll work on that through introducing compost and stuff into it. And to grow your own food, which reduces the costs of your food at the grocery store, and it's also healthier. You don't have any genetically modified foods or any pesticides on your vegetables.
Because people typically don't need the pesticides in Montana. It's not as insect populated as other places.
A little bit colder, And you know, back on the issue of lawns, that's the most abundant crop in the United States.
Is that right?
It's the most abundant.
That's interesting.
And I mean, I don't know how you feel about that legacy, but it's the thing that unites, you know, Eugene, Oregon to Massachusetts and Florida.
Alabama. Even in New Mexico, everyone wants that lawn.
Exactly.
In Nevada, where they're just dying for the water. They want to have that green.
And it's, exactly. And it's just like something that got perverted when people moved out of the city. They wanted land. They wanted something that they could live off of. And then I don't know where it got lost, but it
went from utility to ornamentation, maybe. Maybe, because it's true. What everyone inherited in this view of the suburbs was some kind of patch of lawn, like a rug, sort of like a rug would be, and then on the border it needs some breaking up, whether they're unflowering bushes or maybe a flower patch a little bit. That is odd, isn't it? No, I don't know why either.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. So we're relying on Missoula community to, you know, basically visualize that space and see themselves collaborating with all all the different parts that are working on their behalf in the community, and looking over their neighbor's fence to see how those turnips are doing over there, and
Right.
and asking questions.
And so you want more people to sign up. If somebody's watching this and they say, okay, they've selected the 10 for this year, how many do you want for next year?
We'd like to have at least 50 next year.
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of like a testing phase. We're trying to see what kind of problems we run into and iron those out before a lot of people are depending on us.
Oh, good idea. And I know I mean to take pictures and video.
Yeah.
So I need to get out to my plot, you know, before it's tilled, roto-tilled, and show, you know, the grass expanse, and then we'll see what happens. And then I'm curious. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know whether, you know, and of course I'm cheating a little bit because Philip wants to work on it. Ron, who works at MCAT, wants to do his rows of corn. So, like, I wonder, you know, what would be my experience? Like, will I feel ego invested in the garden? You know, and like, it doesn't work out. I know it wouldn't. Or, you know, do you have a green thumb or not?
Yeah.
You know, some people say, oh, I just don't have a green thumb. And this could have come from an experience in 3rd grade with an avocado plant and toothpicks, and they had a really negative experience, and everyone said, oh, he or she does not have a green thumb, or they do. So it's a good challenge to figure out what is really the case.
Yeah, there's really no magic involved. It's just knowledge, and if you're willing to gather that knowledge and use it, and we're here to make it easy for you to do that.
Yeah, because things that I learned about were like the placement of what you want to grow in relation to the sun. I mean, simple things like, well, maybe the lower things need to be facing, you know, closer to the sun, the south,
Sure.
and then the taller things would be in the back.
Yeah.
Other things about drainage, like Philip knows about putting together a little drip system. And you're not looking necessarily for mega things. You would be happy if someone had a
10 by
teeny
10
yard
plot.
that they rented,
Yep.
and they say, well, I'm interested, but you know, I wouldn't be much of a contribution to the cause. But you say, no, if you wanted to do a 5 by 2 foot garden plot, that would be perfect
Exactly.
for your group.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other idea that our vision of the future involves asking private landowners if, you know, if they want a garden in the 100 foot square feet plot, and then if they're interested in the idea of gardening and they want to see productive land, but they don't have the time, finding someone that perhaps doesn't have a lawn in the city, and connecting them to that space.
Sort of like a sharecropping type thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you guys mentioned that. You said we need serfs, but in this vision, the landowner, in exchange, you know, for the labor, for letting the person labor on the land, they would get like a
basket of vegetables.
portion or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, absolutely.
So it's kind of a win-win thing that way.
Oh yeah, fresh veggies. Yeah.
Right.
Not to mention they won't have to take care of that patch of
because it's
lawn.
less lawn. And that's interesting for me. I mean, I'm a prime example. I have 16,000 square feet of lawn, and it was a real burden, and it remains to decide what to do about that. You know, like, should you let it burn? Oh, it looks terrible. People don't like that.
Yeah.
But should you water it at pretty high expense, and to what end?